Hi, it's Ryan and Andrew here from MCS Group. We both specialise in HR related search across Northern Ireland. Today we really wanted to create a brief recap video on a recent event that we hosted in conjunction with CIPD, which really was the Winners Showcase event. The purpose of the event was to really highlight what a number of the winners from the 2019 awards actually did and what they got involved in. Along on the day, we had Orla from Danske Bank, we had Amy from Coca-Cola, we had Paula from NI Networks, and we had Pete and Joanne from the Podiatry Services. So the guys basically come along to talk through exactly what they specifically did within their organisation to achieve success, and ultimately how that affected the broader business and how strategically the HR strategy fed into the overall business strategy. So for us that were in attendance on the day, there were a number of key takeaways. I think one of the big ones was for organisations and individuals across Northern Ireland not to look at the awards and think, I could never win that. There's no way, we're not big enough. There's no point us entering for that award. That is complete nonsense. There were a number of people who were there on the day that had that mentality but decided to go through with it anyway and ultimately ended up being quite successful and winning an award. I think as well, in terms of the specific category that you would be entering, be as specific as possible to that individual category. Don't talk around other incentives that you've implemented across the organisation that are not focused around that category. It is all about being as specific as possible. And get into the numbers, get into that information that ultimately proves that the incentive that you implemented successfully impacted the business. So look at what the business was like before and look at what it was like after and be quite specific around those numbers.
So the application process for the 2020 awards is now open, and it's a really refined process this year with everything moving online. That allows you to pick up your application wherever you want and sort of come back to it if and when you choose. There are 2 new categories built into the awards this year, with HR SME of the Year as well as HR Consultancy of the Year. And one of the key takeaways from the success of the awards this year was that the winners are finding that they are having a massive impact on the business overall, not just on HR. One of our clients actually had a massive increase in the rates of application for their graduate programs. And when they asked the graduates as to why they had applied to the business, they said that the exposure the business had received through winning the award really put the brand out there and an attractive brand for them to work for. One of the other key takeaways is if you aren't successful in the awards, don't be scared about not being successful. It's a really good way for your team to come together and to celebrate the successes that you've had in your business over the last year. If you do want to apply to these awards and it's of interest to you guys, please follow the link provided, and we look forward to seeing you at the awards ceremony.